Welcome back to Creative Currents. Today, we're tackling a topic that's got every designer, writer, and photographer rolling their eyes being offered exposure instead of actual pay. Jamie, why is this trend so rampant, especially now?
Great question. With budgets tightening across industries, some clients try to cut corners by offering perks like event tickets or visibility rather than cash. It sounds enticing, but the reality is you can't pay rent with exposure. And yet, the practice persists.
Exactly. It's like trying to pay your electric bill with likes and retweets. I read a recent survey from the Freelancers Union. 62% of creatives have been asked to work for free in the past year. Why do you think clients believe this is acceptable?
Part of it is a misunderstanding of the value behind creative work. There's this idea that design or media coverage is just fun or a hobby, not a specialized profession. Add in the myth that any publicity is good publicity, and suddenly, creators are expected to be grateful for crumbs.
That sets the stage for some sticky situations. Speaking of which, let's dive into a real-world example that takes this to the next level. Picture this. A media company with a decade-long track record covering Bahamian Carnival is suddenly offered event tickets as payment for a hefty design package. Jamie, walk us through what went wrong here.
So, the company was contracted to create 8 major design assets: think flyers, digital banners, full branding. Midway, the promoter retroactively declared the free event passes as full payment, equating a couple $100s in tickets to a 50-0 project. That's not just a bad deal, that's fantasy land.
Absolutely. It's like trading a Ferrari for a bus token. What's especially alarming is the retroactive nature changing the deal after the fact. In your experience, how often do you see these bait-and-switch tactics in the industry?
More often than people admit. Sometimes, clients rely on personal relationships or ambiguity to blur boundaries, assuming creators will cave rather than risk confrontation. But reclassifying perks as payment after work starts is not just unfair, it borders on fraud.
It's not just a business faux pas, a breach of trust. Let's explore the deeper implications of this mindset next. So Jamie, let's dig into why this mindset is so damaging. When clients undervalue creative work, what ripple effects does it have on both individuals and the industry as a whole?
It's like a domino effect. One client gets away with underpaying, and suddenly it becomes the norm. Creatives start burning out, leaving the field, or are forced to take on more gigs just to scrape by. A 2022 study showed 47% of creative professionals consider leaving the industry due to chronic underpayment.
Yikes. And then there's the blurred line between friendship and business expecting freebies because of personal ties. That can poison professional relationships and even ruin friendships. Have you seen any creative approaches to push back against this?
Definitely. Some creatives now use humorous auto-replies, "My landlord doesn't accept exposure," as rent. Others set strict boundaries up front or use detailed contracts that specify exactly what counts as deliverables and what counts as compensation. Transparency is becoming a superpower.
That's a perfect segue into practical strategies for both sides because prevention is way easier than damage control. Let's talk solutions. For clients, what's the first step toward respecting creative work and ensuring fair compensation?
It starts with budgeting ahead. If you want quality design or media, allocate real funds. Treat creative services as non-negotiable investments, not optional extras. And if money's tight, discuss it early. Honest conversations beat awkward backpedaling every time.
And for service providers, beyond the classic get it in writing, what else should they do to protect themselves?
Require upfront deposit sits like a handshake with teeth. Invoice promptly, follow up persistently, and most importantly, don't be afraid to walk away from sketchy deals. Sometimes the best yes is a well-timed no.
Love that. Ultimately, healthy business relies on mutual respect and clear agreements, not backroom deals or wishful thinking. Thanks for sharing your insights, Jamie. To our listeners, remember, your work has value and never let anyone convince you otherwise.